So, Vanda, you said that the Mind Chi is 8 components, of which there are 4 quadrants. Now, in this first quadrant, we've already done breathe. Now, the second part of this quadrant is attend. Tell us all about that.
Well, attend is where we're using our ability to discover how our brain is working at the moment and to try to focus it. So what you do with attend is that you need to focus on one thing, in this case just one, for a minute. And what happens is a variety of fascinating things because you start off thinking, oh, this is quite easy. I can do this. One, 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 one. And then the next thing you think is, oh, I wonder what I'm going to have for supper tonight. And as soon as you have thought another thought, you go up to two, 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 two. My nose itches. Ah, three, three, three. And you just carry on step by step over the minute, and you see where you are at the end of the minute. Now, this is not to say that you are then to say, oh, bad me, I've got 15 or 16, I got up to 15 or 16. It is to say that's where your brain is at the moment. So you use this information, just like you look in the mirror and see, are the hairs all in place? You use that information to decide, if I have something that requires me to really focus, if I am at 15 or 16, maybe now is not the moment. I need to do something to grab the reins of my brain and to slow it down and to calm it so that I can focus. If, on the other hand, it is a nice low number, say lower than 4, then bring on that difficult task and focus and do it. So there's no recrimination. The reply of whatever the number is what it is, but it is for you to be able to find out what's going on. And what's kind of interesting is after you've done this for a little while, you'll find that your numbers go down lower and lower and lower and lower. And you'll feel more that you're gaining that control over the voices that speak, over the chit chat that's going on, over all the stuff that's happening in your brain, saying, I can grab a hold of this and I can be in control of me. So the first step, you controlled your body. The second step here, we're looking now at controlling your mind, or at least at knowing what's going on in your mind. So that's the focus step.
I think it's really important just to emphasize the point you made about no judgment on this. Because if you do get into that, then you're into all sorts of difficult areas. Just a couple of practical questions. So is this something you do with your eyes closed?
Well, I do, and it really can be a matter of choice. Some people feel less comfortable with their eyes closed, but certainly for me, I find it easier to do so. We like to say that you can do Mind Chi almost anywhere except for not driving, because I think you really need to focus on driving these days on the road. And definitely you'd want to keep your eyes open at that point. So it is a matter of choice. But to help focus, I think it is better to close the eyes.
So if I've set my timer, I'm closed my eyes, and so mentally I'm going one, 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 and as soon as I think of something else, I go, oh, no judgment, of course, no beating yourself up.
Yes,
As soon as I get to that
right.
point where I think, I notice that I've gone right two, 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 and I keep doing that until the timer's gone off, and then I've got a number, not a score because that's judgment, but I've got a
Yes.
number. And you're saying that over time, by monitoring that number, I'll be able to get a feel for where my focus might be.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been doing this now for about 12 years. And I would say, on an average, I'm between 1 and 3. However, there are wonderful days where I'm up there in the high numbers and I'm going, whoa, how fascinating. What a busy brain I have today. And for me, often that means, okay, go out and do some exercise, clean the house, stand on your head, do some gardening, listen to some music. And then know that after a bit, I can go back and focus on what it is I have to do.
Do you notice a difference in your score between the morning and the evening, or in the middle of the day? If you notice that at all?
Ooh, interesting one, Michael. And I have to confess, I've never really compared it by time of day. But thank you for a new fun thing to do. And may I suggest that everybody watching this does that as well? As a guess, and this is a guess, I would imagine that it could be calmer, a fewer number in the morning, and then that it would ramp up as you've got everything of the day going on. And of course, for a lot of people in the evening, they've been on their various computers and tablets and phones right up to when they try to fall asleep. And their poor brain is just in fibrillation mode, like this. So that may or may not. If, on the other hand, you do a proper sleep preparation, turn everything off, calm down, listen to some music, have something nice to drink, then you may find that it's gone down nicely. So it's just an awareness, and it gives you lots of good information.
I certainly know that if I did, it would be likely that my morning score would be much lower than my evening score. So I was just curious whether you had that experience as
Yes.
well. Brilliant.
Yeah.